friends, it's writing time with Miss Courtney. It's good to see you. Glad you're here. Hope you're having a good day so far. It is our second day of writing. So yesterday we were thinking about insects. You know, we're talking about life cycles and insects that hatch from eggs. And so we were going through insects, and we talked about so many insects that we liked, some we didn't like, and some that we were like, we kind of like them, we kind of don't like them, so we put them right in the middle. So we were brainstorming. Maybe you came up with some of your own insects. And then we drew a quick picture. I picked the firefly because I said when I was little, I liked to catch fireflies and put them in a jar. So I drew a picture of me, and I drew a picture of my firefly. So now it's time in our writing process. We know that we need to add some details. We're going to label and we're going to write. So first, I'm going to add some details. I'm going to think about, where am I? Well, I was in my backyard, so that's in the back of my house. So I think I'm going to draw my house over here. I'm just going to draw like the roof and the house, and I'd walk out the sliding door, and I'd go out into my backyard. So there's my house. I'd walk out into the backyard, and in the backyard I'd have grass. So I'm going to draw some grass. That's where I'm standing, is in the grass. And then I had this little patch in my backyard that had lots of trees. I lived in a different city. I lived in Austin when I was growing up. So in Austin, we had lots of trees in our backyard. So I'm going to put some trees, and that's where I'm going to touch, pull down, and that's where all the fireflies like to kind of hide. They'd come out at night. But I had tons of trees. I had some big trees and little trees, some skinny trees, and they would just be outside my backyard. And there was like this little rock, these rocks that would line up around this little wooded area where all the fireflies like to live. And so there's this little wooded area. They'd have little trees, and all the fireflies would fly around in that little area back there. So I'm going to put a few more fireflies, because anytime I see one firefly, I usually see two or three of them. So I think there's their head and those antennas, and they would fly and light up. Ooh, how many legs did they have? Do you remember how many legs I need to add? There are 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll add one more over here, because they would kind of hide in the woods. You'd have to look for them really carefully. You'd have to wait and see when they light up. And then I like to catch them and put them in a jar. So I think I'm going to draw my jar. So I think I'm going to do a touch, pull down, slide over, back up, maybe put a lid on it. And we'd put the little the fireflies inside the jar. We'd pick a little grass for them to eat. And there's my firefly inside my jar. So there's my picture. Oh, and I was in my backyard, so I think I'm going to draw a fence, because in my backyard I had a fence too. I did a touch, slide over. I'm doing some touch, pull downs. And there's my fence. So there's my backyard. I had my house, I had my grass, I had me. There's all those trees back there that I had in this little pocket in the corner of my yard. And I drew some fireflies, so I added some more, and a fence. So now it's time for me to go ahead and label. So let's think about the sounds that we hear. Of course, there's me, so that's an M sound. Me, like Matson. Me, there's me. This was a jar. Can you say jar? Ooh, I have a picture of a jar. There's a jar, and jacket, and so that sound is a j. Like, let's see if I can find it. There's a jar of jelly. There's a J, like my friend Jayla and Janelle and Jaylene. That's a J. So if I'm going to put a touch, pull down, I think I'm going to put a lowercase touch, pull down, and a dot on top. There's the letter J. All right, so here are some rocks. That's an R sound. How about a tree? That's like my friend Travis. T and an R. And then I'm going to do the ending sound on that. E. Well, that just says its name. That's like what I hear at the beginning of eagle and 11. And that's like my friend Elena and Eliza. So I'm going to put the letter E. I have TR for like Travis and tree. And then I'm going to put the letter E for tree. Tree. Oh, here's my firefly. I know that I can use my word wall word to make the word firefly. So I'm going to write the whole word. And I look up there and I see. Let's see. Can y'all spell it with me? I'm going to have Firefly. Firefly. I made the word firefly because I used the word firefly in my on my word wall. So let's see. Anything else we need to? I did firefly. Oh, here's a fence. A fence. That's like. Oh, I don't even have a picture of it. That's like a fence and fork. And my friend Fiona, an F. And I'm going to do and firefly. So I'm just going to put F for fence. And I think I'm going to do one more. Oh, there's my house. I can do house. That's a house. That's like hippo and horse. And my friend Hanson and Hasir. I'm going to put a letter H. I'm going to put a lowercase h. I'm going to do a touch, pull down, back up the track, and I hump over and down. So there's my H. I've labeled my picture. I think I've done a pretty good job. I did my rocks, my trees, my fireflies. I think I'm done. So now I've added my details. So now it's time for us to write. So I'm going to write, I like fireflies. So just using the letter I because that's the name of me. So I can say I. So I'm just going to use the capital letter I. I do a touch, pull down. I do a touch, slide over. Touch, slide over. I'm going to put a finger space because I know that I'm writing a new word, and that's like. Ooh, that's like Logan and lollipop and lily and leaf. So I'm going to put an L. Like. I like fireflies. Oh, and I can use my word wall word. Fire, F. I. R, I'm going to touch, pull down, back up the track and hump over just a little bit. Fire, E, I do a touch, slide over, up and around. Fire, flies. Oh, another F, touch, rainbow up, pull down, then a touch, slide over. An L, fire, flies. And I know that it ends with an I, E, S. So I'm just going to put that. I like fireflies. Now I need your help to tell me what kind of punctuation mark I need. I know that I can have you're right, a period, a question mark if I'm asking a question, or an exclamation point if I'm super excited or have lots of feelings. So I like fireflies. I'm just telling you, so I'm going to put a period. I could say, I like fireflies, and then I'd be saying it with lots of feeling, and I would be a explanation mark. So I guess I used an exclamation point. So there you are. I did my details, I did my labels, I did my writing. So now it's your turn to go and do those things. I hope you saved your picture from yesterday or earlier today, and you went ahead, and now it's time for you to add those details, label and write. And I will see you tomorrow. If you'd like to, sometime today, you can look at your word wall words and write them or build them with magnetic letters or little letter tiles, or think about something you like to do. You could rainbow write, make them with Play-Doh, anything you'd like to do. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day and a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.